I'm nervous. I'm scared. It's the big 60. Sorry, go.
Welcome back to the Young Crumbs podcast. My name is Michael.
Do you remember last week when you stuffed that up? I forgot about that until I just remembered it. I'm Sean.
I had just forgotten about it.
Yeah, and now I'm terrified.
Now I'm back to hating myself.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Look at us.
Look at us. Episode 60.
Every week we come back to fuel that depression.
We talk to each other an hour a week, and that's it.
An hour a week.
Yep.
That's all. We don't talk to each other in between.
How you been, Michael?
Pretty good. How have you been, Sean?
Good.
Good?
Yep.
You know, we were talking about something just before the podcast started, and it's got me thinking.
Yeah.
Right? So we were talking about how when a lot of parents find friends
Yep.
through forcing their kids into stuff.
Yeah.
Whether maybe
Like
not,
sports. Like
maybe
sports.
maybe not forcing. But I know like a lot of my parents' friends that they see kind of like semi-regularly are all met through my oldest brothers or me or like whatever.
Well, our parents met
our
through
like
us.
soccer team friends. Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah.
No, our
actually.
parents met at TAFE.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
We're a
Which
bit
is
of an
weird. I
exception.
didn't know this.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
met through TAFE, yeah.
And then it just happened to be that we were the same age.
Same age.
And then we
kind of
started
smelt bad.
a couple of play dates later.
Yeah.
Now
Now
I'm
we
stuck
have
with
a
you.
podcast.
Now we
that's
have a
60
podcast.
episodes long.
Yeah.
I remember I used to come over and play Beyblades with you. Good
Beyblades.
times.
Beyblades.
Yeah, Beyblades. When your house was one story. Good times. Yeah. And you had a decent haircut. Anyways, what were you saying? Yeah, you were thinking.
Oh, yeah. It got me thinking
Yeah.
that, like, at some point, all of their younger friends, like their high school friends and the friends that they had in their 20s and, you know, maybe early 30s, dwindled off.
Yeah.
Because now they seem to only see friends that they've met through me or my brothers.
Yeah.
And it's got me thinking, Sean,
Yeah.
when are we going to have to not be friends anymore?
When we get kids, Michael.
When we get
You know
kids.
what I mean?
And then our kids meet other kids. Do you think you would, if your friends started having kids,
Yeah.
would that be like, man, maybe I should get on it and then our kids and their kids can be friends?
I guess it'd be a lot handy, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you're pregnant? All right, let's go. Let's get it done. It's more of a,
Oh, wow.
lots of other factors involved. But
I need to knock someone up ASAP.
yeah. I need to get this ball rolling
Man,
immediately.
my kid, he's having friends.
He's got to have friends.
He's having friends.
I don't want to
Whether
have
he likes it or not, he's having friends.
My
Or
s-
she.
my son's friends' parents better
Yes.
not be weird. So a good way of fixing that is
Yeah.
by already
Yeah.
being friends with,
Yeah.
you know, the kids, you know. Yeah. You got it.
Man,
you know what I
that
mean?
would be strange, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool.
See, it seems like a lot of makes me wonder because a lot of my mum's and dad's friends, right, of whom they've met through sports and whatever of their kids, they're pretty normal people. But it makes me wonder how many
They're pretty normal people.
pretty normal people.
Yeah, okay.
But how many have they run into that are a little bit odd,
A little bit strange.
a little bit strange? And then it's always like, oh, we should meet up for coffee. And it's like, yeah.
Ooh,
It's like,
yikes.
oh, sorry, Michael, you can't play soccer anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
I'm
say.
avoiding this woman.
The next season comes along and they're like, oh, Dad, I want to play soccer. Ooh, nope. No, you're not. Not anymore. Wonder how many times.
Dad, I made it into the A's. No, son.
No.
Sorry, mate.
not
You're
today.
going to have to play B's.
Wonder how many times that's like happened where like secretly maybe your parents have like sort of pushed you away from a sport because they're like, oh, I don't like doing that. It's a bit boring. But imagine if
Yeah.
say your son's like, oh, I want to start playing cricket. And cricket, for a parent has to drive them to, you know, this is
Yeah.
why I'm grateful for my dad because he used to do this a lot. I don't know why he used to do it. But when I used to play cricket, he'd always have to drive me to the
Yeah.
grounds.
Yeah.
It was like 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And he had to be there till 12 because that's when it was like a 4-hour thing. He couldn't just leave.
He works full time.
Yeah, too.
And then it's, 2 days off a week.
Oh, beautiful.
Not anymore.
Maybe 1.5.
1.5 days
1.5
max.
days max.
And then next thing you know, he's running around for your other ways, in other ways. So it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
you don't really get time off as a parent, do
No,
you?
you do. No,
I
you don't.
I
Sorry.
think you may as well. Like, I think maybe that's why parents do it so much.
Yeah. That's
Because
why.
they think, I don't get time off anyway.
So what do you think? What do you think? All right. So you've just got a kid, Michael, right now, right? And they're sort of like, you know, picking and choosing their sports.
Yep.
What sport are you going to get them into that makes it just the easiest for you, like just for you? You know what I mean? Like, is it just
Soccer.
you reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon that's the easiest?
soccer.
It's pretty quick.
I never played cricket as a kid.
Yeah.
I do know parents
Mm.
that don't want to expose their kids to cricket
Yeah. Because it's a bit of a pain.
because it's like it's just a boring sport to go watch.
It's definitely a boring sport to
It's
go
not
watch.
it's a long sport to go watch too. So
I
it's like,
played the sport, and I 100% agree that it's an awful
it
sport
sucks
to go
to
watch.
watch.
I love watching professionals play it,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
your average cricket,
Because they're
no
good.
way. Yeah, that'd be boring. Imagine like your little kid turns up, right? You rock up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, you
Yeah.
know, little Jimmy goes out to bat first and he gets 0. And you're like, well, why did I even bother driving you here, son? You're walking home. You know what I mean?
you have a family gathering, okay?
Yeah.
And you're playing backyard cricket,
Yeah.
and there's your little cousin,
Yeah.
and he's 7,
Yeah.
and he comes out and I want to go. Can I have a go? And it's his turn, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing a field rotation.
Yeah.
It comes to his go, and he just can't hit the ball. He just can't.
That's rough.
Imagine that
Yeah.
for 4 hours,
Oh.
but also
Yeah.
he's bowling.
Oh, that's even worse.
So
Because
it's-
everyone's got to get a bowl, you know what I mean?
So it's bad
painful.
players
Mm.
playing bat. Well, I guess they're kids, so they're all bad. But
But sometimes you get those good kids that just tear it up. You know what I mean?
and they're
Yeah.
the ones that you really go
Those
for.
are those ones you do go watch.
You say, why can't you be like him?
What?
Why
You
can't
suck.
you suck, son?
Yeah.
Why can't you be like that kid over there?
And then you have to take
I wish
them,
he was my son.
Then you have to take him, you know, to then this sounds really close to home and you're like, then you've got to take them to like practice like yourself to make them at least decent at the sport. So then when you
Yeah.
go watch it, it's not grueling and they're not the worst in the sport, like worst in the team. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You think soccer? I think what's a really just quick sport? One like just over with. I don't know.
You want okay?
I'm having
Maybe
a bit of a mental
I'm
blank.
starting to think maybe Lisa
Mm.
and
David?
David could fill us in. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if David listens. Does
Yeah, he
listen?
listens sometimes. but
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Maybe Lisa can fill David in.
Yeah.
But Lisa, David, did you ever, did you drive Sean to cricket
Yeah.
because maybe you enjoyed it? It was time that you didn't have to entertain him
No, that could
because
be true.
that's 4 hours
That could
of
be
a
true.
of a Saturday that you're busy,
Mm.
and they actually get an opportunity to kind of unwind,
Just
relax,
relax.
talk to some other parents,
I don't think my mum ever came,
You
but it's
know?
definitely my dad. Yeah.
talk shit about your kids to some other parents.
Yeah.
Sean doesn't know his timetables yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Mate, he got an A- in English the other day. God, he's pathetic.
What'd your kid get in art?
Yeah.
A? Oh, man.
Trash.
He can't
You
draw a
suck.
straight line.
Yeah. Imagine just going, "Oi, Jim, your son, he can't bowl for shit." Imagine them all just like roasting each other about their sons.
Just roast each other's
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah.
That would be good.
That would
yeah,
be all-
I can't see myself. I think when you're a parent,
You obviously
you kind of
have a responsibility.
You kind of well. I think in that moment you think, I'll do anything for you right now because
Yeah.
I'm not going to be terrible.
I'm not gonna be terrible.
I'm not going to be a terrible.
Try not
parent.
to be terrible.
And so yeah, looking back, I was very fortunate. I can't really remember a time
Mm.
where I wanted to do something, but mum or dad said no, we can't
Mm.
because
What sports did you play when
they
you were
just
younger?
didn't want to.
So you played soccer, obviously.
Soccer, when you got old enough, it was only soccer growing
Yeah.
up. And then
Yeah.
it was OzTag when I
Yep.
kind of got old enough to make a team in primary school.
Yep.
Then it was indoor soccer, and that's it.
Nothing else?
And then maybe outdoor soccer.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was just soccer and OzTag.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I would... Me being into soccer, I'd probably push my kids into soccer.
Yeah.
Or just like sign them up for a Rubal team because
Oh,
they
yeah.
make friends. They're
yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself really pushing them into footy
No.
or like
when you never played
rugby
it.
league or
Yeah.
union because also I don't really...
Yeah, you played union, didn't you? You
I did
played
play.
rugby
I did.
union.
Oh no, I did play rugby
Yeah,
union.
you
for a
played
bit.
rugby union.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I had mates that played rugby union.
Yeah.
But after playing it, I probably wouldn't really push them into it. Maybe, but I don't really. When I think of like a typical footy dad,
Yeah.
I'm not that.
You're not a typical
Sorry,
footy dad.
guys. I'm not
Yeah.
a. I'm not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just.
Well, I think a lot of parents push their kids into sport they played. I think that's just natural, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
a bit,
Yeah,
it's just
naturally.
like,
Yeah.
you just push it. I remember I played T-ball,
Oh yeah.
which is a bit of a random one. Played that for like a season or two. Again, another sport they have to drive heaps far away for
Because
in the early morning.
not much competition kind of thing.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's not a very popular sport
No.
around town. You just hit the ball off a tee. It's not very exciting.
Well, at least it takes out one of those boring factors, which is seeing a kid bowl because he sucks at bowling.
That would be rough.
Maybe that's why T-ball was invented.
Yeah.
It's like
How about we do this but without the
we can't
bowling?
rely on kids to play baseball.
Yeah.
So let's get T-ball.
Maybe that could happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting topic, though.
I think it's good, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe get
Lisa.
information from Tony as well.
Bit of insight. Yeah.
Tony,
Well,
Lisa.
my parents I used to play rugby union on
Yeah.
a Friday night,
Mm.
and because there isn't many comps around,
Yeah.
we would play in an eastern suburbs comp.
Oof.
So-
Eastern suburbs.
So we would drive out to like Rockdale
for rugby union.
for rugby union.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're
and like
such a-
Boroughnear and
You're the
stuff
worst.
like that.
You're the worst son. Worst guy.
Like out near the airport on a
Yeah.
Friday night during
Yeah.
peak hour traffic.
Yeah.
Get out there,
Friday
play
night.
for an hour and a half, and then
Yeah.
come home.
Oof.
It was brutal.
Imagine getting all the way out there and then your
Yeah.
team just gets smashed. And you're like, why did I even bother driving out
Well,
here?
we
You
weren't
know?
very good, so we always did lose.
There you go.
But there you go.
There you go.
I came up with a joke this week.
Is it your haircut? Yeah. Continue. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
This is what jealousy sounds like, folks.
Folks, it's an ugly look. Yeah.
What does
Hmm.
the policeman say to his partner after he gets the coffee order over the radio?
Just quickly, did you make this up or did you read
no,
it?
I made
You
this
made
up.
this up,
Yeah.
okay.
I want an honest review.
Okay. What is
Could the
it?
delivery be better? And I want that sort of feedback.
Okay.
Would you like me to repeat the setup again?
Yeah, do it one more time.
What does the policeman say when his partner gives him the coffee order over the radio?
No worries, mate. Is that what he says?
No, he says coffee that.
That was alright. That was okay.
Look, it's not the best.
Look, you've made some bad puns.
I
in the
said it.
past.
I said it today at work, and some of the kids were like, just shook
Yeah.
their heads and looked
Was
down.
it my reaction that I made
Yeah.
just then? Me just going, oh,
Like,
God damn it.
So just fail me.
yeah.
I don't want to do well in your class.
So put me in detention. I just want to get out of here. Send me to the principal's office.
Yes.
Yeah. Good joke.
Thank you.
Joke review. I'd give it a 4.
4?
4 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
4 out of 10.
Not out of
4. You're like 4. I like
4 out of 5.
Out of 10.
I'll
brother.
take it.
Out of 10.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Nah, pretty bad.
I'll take it.
I've got an interesting story
Okay.
to
go
talk
on.
about.
Yep.
Last week.
This is a follow up from your vomiting in the car story,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So our friend who vomits in cars often, no, I'm kidding, she did it once. So I told she heard the story and she was like, "Oh, that's really funny, huh?"
Yep.
You can tell her the other funny stories that's happened. This happened a
Oh.
few months ago.
So she's granted permission.
Yes.
She said,
Well, I
"Sean,
kind of forgot about this,
Go
and then
on.
she's like, "You should say this story," and I'm like, very funny.
I should say that.
Yeah,
story.
yeah. So what happened was this happened like months and months and months ago.
Yep.
We're in her car, so she picked me up. We're in her car. We went and got ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And we're chilling in the car, right? Chilling. And she goes, oh, where's my phone? You know, doing the old seat shuffle, having a look.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. She's like, oh, can you just like give it a ring?
Yeah.
Ringing it. And it's like vibrating. We can hear it. I'm like, where the hell is it? What the hell? So we're like looking through the car back seat. We're like, what the heck? And then she goes, oh, hang on. Hops out of the car.
Oh no.
And on top of her boot was sitting her phone. So what happened was when she came and picked me up, she hadn't met my dog before, so I walked my dog out. She's like, oh, hello. Walked my dog back inside.
Hey,
left.
meet my dog.
On the way, while patting my dog, she left her phone on the boot, and we drove all the way to the ice cream place and back to my house with the
Oh
phone
my
on the boot.
God.
And I'm like, oh my God. How crazy was that?
If that fell off at any point, you're not finding it.
You're not finding it. Exactly right.
Dude.
How dumb was that?
That's crazy.
She's like, how did that happen? And I'm like, I have no idea. Obviously,
what type of case is it?
that's what it must have been like a rubber case or something, so it had a
Yeah,
bit of
kinda-
grip. But still,
Man.
that's crazy, huh?
Because you drive, where was, so,
So obviously know where I live. We just
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to Macca's, so it wasn't that long of a drive. It
Oh,
was probably
okay,
like
okay.
I don't know. Minute
there's some
drive.
speed bumps.
No, there's no speed bumps. Oh, is there? No,
I
there
don't
isn't.
know.
Oh, no, there is on the way into the drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
you wouldn't be going that
You know the
quickly.
one. You know the Macca's I'm talking about at my house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you know how there's like you have to technically go around the car,
Yeah,
but
yep,
you can
yep, yep.
do the quick one through,
Yeah.
and you dodge all the speed bumps. Maybe that's how that's how it stayed on there.
Who knew breaking the rules?
And it's say what's funny because it was still playing music through a Bluetooth because it was just
Ah.
outside the car, so we just didn't notice that it was gone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It is amazing.
That is cool. That's crazy.
That's a funny story,
the
isn't it?
other, the other day,
And I forgot about it. Yeah.
I took off at soccer and I sat my drink bottle. It was a Soda Stream bottle. So they're quite
They're sturdy.
They're quite sturdy.
Yeah.
The type of bottle to like kind of break when he hits the ground.
It's like plastic. It's like
It's like a hard plastic.
Yeah.
And I was sitting it on top, and they're like not cheap because they're for Soda Stream.
Yeah.
And I was sitting it, and I took off, accelerated, and it tumbled and got like along the roof, and I was like, "What the?"
What was that? What was that?
What the heck is that? I'm not under a tree. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then I looked in my mirror and I saw it fall off the side of my car. And I was like, oh no.
Did it shatter?
No.
Thanks.
It's got a big graze on the side.
I'm always worried about those bottles because obviously you use them in the soda stream, and when you're injecting the bubbles, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So it's like if you like crack the bottle and you don't realize that thing's just gonna explode. You know what I mean?
Well, we have used it for soda streaming since then,
Nice.
and it's been
It's
okay.
been fine.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Well, I remember one time I think I didn't put it in correctly, and I pressed the thing down and it shot out. It went poof, just like exploded.
Oh,
and I was
really?
like, whoa, that was pretty crazy. They're pretty dangerous. I mean, they could be.
Soda streams.
Yeah.
Like the pressurized canisters on your kitchen bench.
Exactly.
What-
Is anybody checking these out?
Is anyone in charge of this?
Who's making sure this is okay?
Surely we need a guy.
Yeah.
To-
Yeah, a dude. A
We
soda
need-
stream dude.
We need a soda stream man to check if
to double
people
check
are safe.
the bottles as well.
Well, there's a famous kind of story in my mum's side of the family.
Yeah.
So my mum has a cousin
Nice.
Nikki, I believe is her name.
Mm.
And what does that make me? Second cousins to her?
Yeah, that would make you like second
Second
cousin,
cousins.
I think, yeah.
So my
So
mum's
your second
first
cousin.
cousins are
Yeah.
my second cousins.
I think so.
Yeah. And then their kids are third cousins.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, man, I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
But I get what you're saying.
But there's a famous story from that side of the family where she once left pizzas. So she went and picked up pizzas.
Yeah.
And she had my two older brothers in the car behind, like in the back seats.
Oh, no.
Strapped them in. They were still like young.
Mm.
And while she was strapping them in, put the pizzas she just picked up on top of the car, got in, and just drove off and got home. And it was like, where are the pizzas?
She got all the way home and forgot about them. Oh, my
And so she just lost like four or five pizzas in the car park while driving away, and they fell off.
Imagine being that one person watching it. Like, she
Oh,
stopped in the
man.
car. Oh, the pizza's still on the roof, and she just flies off, and the pizzas
Yeah.
just fly off.
I used to work at a petrol station,
Yeah.
and people sometimes would leave their petrol caps open,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
the flaps on the side of the car.
Yeah.
That's fine. But once some guy left the screw-in lid
Yeah.
taken off, so there's usually the petrol flap, and then there's the
The actual
screw
lid
screw
that you
cap,
undo.
and he didn't have either on, and he did like a big sweeping U-turn. So
Yeah.
like a big U-turn.
Did all the petrol just fly out?
and that was the outside edge of his car.
Yeah.
And so like the force of, when you play corners in a car,
Yeah.
all the petrol just like started pouring out as he came around this corner, and it sprayed fuel everywhere. And I was just like, hold up. And he didn't hear me, drove off the driveway, and there's a roundabout right there.
Yeah.
And
Were
he
you
did-
running after him?
and
Be like,
I was
"Hey!"
I was like, mate, and he didn't slow down. And he took off around the roundabout, and the exact same thing happened again. And it sprayed petrol out the whole way around the roundabout onto the road. And I was like,
What happened then? Like, did you?
Nothing. He just drove away. And I was
Drove away,
like,
that's it.
there's nothing I could do.
He just goes, man, I swear I just filled up. That's so crazy.
He's like empty.
Petrol prices these days, man, they're crazy.
He's
He probably
expecting
would
the
have
needle
thought-
to
yeah.
like slowly rise up, and it just
didn't.
never does.
It just didn't. Yeah.
It's 'cause
Imagine
it's
just
on
like
the ground.
you'd be so confused if you just filled up and like the
Yeah.
dial doesn't move, and you're like, why? I swear I just filled up. Like, what the
Yeah.
heck? Yeah, that's dumb.
It felt like some Final Destination type stuff. Like
Yeah,
something was
bad.
like it was going to catch on fire.
Yeah,
Something was going to
yeah,
happen.
something stupid.
I was real worried. But
Well,
it
I
went
could have
away.
look with my car. I know you undo the lid,
Yep.
the like metal flap, and then you undo the plastic cap, and there's still like a metal like thing that you sort of move out of the way with the nozzle of the.
Right. Okay.
Does your car not have that?
I don't think mine does.
So it's just a straight hole. You can sort of go straight into the fuel
Yeah,
tank.
basically.
Mine's got like a little thing that like moves aside when you push it in.
No,
It must be like a
mine
spring.
doesn't. Mine, I don't think mine has that.
Yeah.
No, because I can look in, and if I fill
okay.
if I fill my tank up enough, I can see the fuel level. And I
well,
was
there
like,
you go.
Oh, there it is.
I was like, maybe he's missing the metal flap as well.
Sorry,
You'd have thought of something.
something jogged my memory.
Yeah.
I was at the petrol station the other day filling up. I fill my car with E10, which is just
The cheapest fuel.
It's like 10% ethanol,
Yeah.
which isn't bad for your car, I don't
No,
think.
it's not.
Some
Yeah,
guy.
You'd hope not.
You ever had someone that give you like completely unsolicited advice?
What did he say?
This bloke, he's filling up. He didn't even fill up. Oh, he had just filled up then.
Yeah.
And he was walking back out to his car as I got out and started filling mine up.
Yeah.
And he goes, you shouldn't use that. And I was like, sorry, mate? Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I don't
what?
care. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, why would you be talking to
Yeah.
me? And he's like, you shouldn't use E10. And I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, because this and this, messes up your fuel injectors or whatever. And then he's like,
Wow.
and then I said, oh, okay, well, my dad knows cars and he says it should be fine. So
Yeah.
I'm all right, mate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just trying to like kind of blow
Brush
him
it
off,
off.
brush it off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get back to, and I kind of turned away from him and went back to filling up.
Yeah.
And he's like, he started telling me more about why. And he actually got back out of his car and stood over next to my car. And I was like, mate,
Yeah.
we're
Look, I don't care.
in a public space.
Yeah.
Your personal bubble gets bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
agree.
mean? You
When someone's walking out of their car towards you,
you're like,
my fist is clenched.
is this man about to, what's he about to do?
Yeah, what's he about to do?
Snatch that E10 out of my hand,
Get a smack.
get the
down.
good stuff, and he
Get
throws
a
98 into
stab-
my car.
Get that. He starts ciphering your fuel tank to get out the E10. No, you can't use it. Get it out.
And I was like, he keeps talking to me about it, and I just keep going, and then I wrap it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. Like, thanks for the advice, mate. I'll look into it.
Looks
And
good,
I'm just
mate.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
sounds
don't
good."
worry, mate. I'll look into it.
Big time.
Walk inside, came back out, and he's sitting there in his car. He hasn't left yet.
Yeah.
On his phone.
Yeah.
And,
No way.
And
Is
he's looking up whether my car is affected by this E10 thing that happens.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was like, and he keeps talking to me. And then he starts going into specifics about my fuel injectors on my Mazda 6. And he's like, I was like,
Mate, have you had a look at your fuel injectors in your car?
he's like, you got to be careful, mate. Look, I'll show you. And he's like offering me his phone. I'm like, I'm good, dude. Like,
Yeah, really.
see you
don't
later.
care.
Like, yeah,
He's
I'm
got
a-
a real
I'm a-
vendetta against E10, doesn't he?
Bro.
He just doesn't like it.
This bloke.
Yeah.
At what stage in life do you think he'd start bothering strangers?
Was he old?
Maybe 60.
It's always them. It's always the old people that
60.
just give you that weird like
Yeah.
comments, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool, don't care, just leave me
Yeah,
alone,
no.
thanks.
He
appreciate
seems like, based on my small interaction with him, I would only assume that he's against mask wearing
it. Why? Was
and
it
probably doesn't believe in COVID vaccines
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like they're the vibes he gave off.
just a close?
It's just like,
It's all a conspiracy theory.
I'm a complete stranger. Like, who cares
Yeah.
if I'm filling up my car
Yeah, it's none of
with
your
something
business.
you don't agree
Yeah.
with? Like,
No, I know what you
don't
mean. When
really
people
know.
give you those weird advice and you sort of give them the, like you said, the brush off comments.
yeah,
Where you're like,
you're clearly
Yeah,
not.
yeah, nah, totally.
Yeah,
Anyways.
you're clearly not that interested in what they
Mm.
have to say, kind
Yeah,
of thing, and
yeah.
you're not being friendly to them.
Mm,
But they just keep bothering you.
mm. I had a sort of a
They
similar
just
situation.
don't get social cues, and you're just like, mate, just leave me alone.
I was at work, and a bloke came up to me, old. It's always old.
That's always old blokes.
I was like,
They're lonely.
fourth.
They got no kids that play soccer.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Their kids didn't pick up the
They got-
sport
They got their kids into chess.
or like tennis or something. Where you have no
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Anyone who plays tennis has no friends.
Squash,
Squash,
but it's
bad too.
solo squash.
What days do
Just
people
you-
play tennis on? I don't know. See,
Saturdays.
I don't know anyone that plays tennis because they don't have any friends.
My little brother
Anyways.
plays tennis.
Oh, sorry, Liam.
He has one friend,
Oh,
the net.
oh, that's so mean.
Yeah, he cuddles it at night.
That's weird.
Nah, he has
Um,
friends.
Yeah, I was
Not
at
through
work.
tennis though.
Yeah, exactly. See,
And my mum doesn't have any friends from Liam's tennis, so I guess
let's put 2 and 2 together. Let's do the maths. Raise it to the power of 2, and you get what? No friends when you play tennis. Although, actually, my mum met a friend through tennis, and then I was friends with her son for a while. So maybe that doesn't count. Anyways, yes,
Yeah,
I was
sorry.
at work. We're talking about old people, right?
yeah,
I
How
finished work at 5.
terrible they are.
It was like 5 o'clock, and it was like I finished work at 5. It was like 4:50
Yeah.
or something. I'm just killing time. This guy comes up to me. You know when they like invade your personal space? They come like real close.
Yeah.
He comes, excuse me, man. I just need to tell you something. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like
No.
what? He's like, look, I don't know. I know you can't do anything about it, but I've wanted this type of bread, and it hasn't been there for weeks. And I'm like, listen to the first part of that statement, and then just go ask somebody else because you've already answered your question because I can't do anything about it. And he goes, yeah, you know, I just haven't seen it in a while. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's rough. I'll go sort it out for you. And he goes, yeah, thanks, mate, appreciate it. and then, I know, and then I sorted it out. For the 10 minutes left of my break, I sorted it out and found him the bread, just in case they're listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's always the old people that just come up real close.
Just like,
And they give you those real weird
man.
comments. We hate old people on this podcast.
I think it's because they can't hear. They they need to get close because they can't hear you.
Just hate them all. Wait, how old's your dad? Isn't your dad like 60?
My dad's 62.
Oh, except for your dad. He's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty switched on for a 62-year-old. I think around his age is when you start seeing them swing off either way. They start getting delusional and dumb, or they maintain their.
I love the word switched on. You're pretty switched on for a 60-year-old.
They start switching off. I think around that age.
They start shutting down.
Some people are really, really switched on for like 90. Like my granddad's pretty.
Is he switched on?
He keeps going, yeah.
How does he feel about eating?
He won't stop. We keep trying. We're like,
turn off.
Calm down, please.
Turn off. Tell you what, he might have a coffee addiction.
Maybe.
You like that?
That's why he can't switch off. He's always awake.
Good. What do you want to talk about? You asked if I was a coffee addict.
Yeah.
And I said yes.
So I said, yeah, well, I knew you drink coffee because you drink coffee quite regularly.
Yeah, mate.
But I didn't think it was as regular as a
large cap at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
As I found out. Because you messaged me and you're like, do you want a coffee? I'm getting one today.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will go a coffee.
Yeah.
I had one this morning. So this is my second today. But
you had the most excited looking. I've had 2.
I love coffee.
I love coffee. Yeah.
No, but I work as a McDonald's, like right near where I work. It's so easy.
Yeah. Okay.
So easy to swing off and quickly grab a coffee.
Yeah.
And I've been in the mornings getting a coffee, although I try to just do Mondays and Thursdays.
Why Mondays and Thursdays?
Because I'm not in a rush
to
get to work.
Yeah, okay.
So Mondays are like my cheat breakfast day.
Yeah, okay.
So like I'll sometimes, if I can't be bothered getting breakfast in the morning,
yeah,
that'll be the one day I'll allow myself to get like a bacon and egg McMuffin from Macca's.
Delicious. Yeah.
So I'm trying to limit myself to one day a week.
You have breakfast? That's heaps weird, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I've been drinking more and more coffee lately, to the point where if I'm hanging out just with my girlfriend, I'll be like, do you want to go get a coffee? And she's like, I've already had one this morning, but I'll get
another one. Have you tried 2? They're delicious.
The second is always better.
The second is always better.
No, but then she splits the difference and says, I'll get a mocha.
Oh yeah, that's so much more mature.
How many coffees you had? 1.5?
1.5. I had one, but I also had a mocha. Ugh.
I also had half a hot chocolate though.
Yeah, stop being a liar, Lindell.
But I'm drinking more coffee.
Yeah.
To the point where now I'm starting, when I don't have one, I'm like, I kind of feel like a coffee. I'm not dying for one. I don't get headaches when I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to crave them more.
I almost always have one in the morning. Arvos are a bit like hit or miss. Okay. It's more I just like the taste of it. I really just love the taste of coffee.
The thing is, I never liked the taste.
Yeah.
But then the more I started drinking it.
It's an acquired taste.
Well, I think it's an addiction.
That's true.
Because
could be.
Maybe I don't like the taste of coffee. I still don't think I like the taste of coffee.
Yeah.
But I like the way it makes me feel. And so I'm addicted to the feeling of coffee. So my brain is like, let's ignore
the
this.
idea of coffee.
Let's ignore.
You like the idea of coffee, not the actual feeling.
I'll tell you what, if coffee was running for Prime Minister, mate, I'd vote for him.
I'd vote for coffee. Coffee would win 100% of the time.
But I think I'm actually seeing the transformation in my head of like...
What does it make you feel? Like, it doesn't make me feel any like different.
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe like a little energized, but that's it.
Well, I don't think I feel much different. But I do, when I don't have one, think I would like one.
Oh.
So I don't think, you know what I mean?
Not really.
It's subtle.
It's subtle. I think you're thinking too hard into it.
Next thing you know, I'll be like, hey, small cappuccino, please. And they say, any sugar? And I'm like, no, thank you. Crack.
Yeah. Cocaine,
Can you put cocaine in that?
Cocaine in that. Well, I was going to say,
I need a real buzz.
What also isn't an acquired taste, I'd say, is the majority of alcoholic beverages, like beer. But that's an addiction, isn't it? Right? Alcohol's an addiction.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, well, maybe so. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Right? Maybe it's the same thing.
See, but I've always liked the taste of alcohol.
Wow.
Most alcoholic drinks.
That's addiction.
From when I was about...
Even your first beer, you were like, wow, that tastes delicious.
From 6 years old.
What?
I would go up to my dad and say, Dad, can I have a sip of beer? And he would get the bottle cap. He just screwed off his beer, fill that with beer, like the tiny little bottle cap, and I would sip that amount. And then as I got older, 8, he would give me like, a centimeter in the bottom of a glass.
11, you're having a full one, 13, you're having 4.
By 12, half a case.
Half a case.
He's like, well, son, go light.
Yes.
It's not
Make sure they're the light beers, not the full beers.
Save it for Christmas Day. That's when you can let loose.
Make sure they're Great Northerns. Make sure they're light beers.
But yeah, I've always had a sip of my dad's beer, and I've always liked the flavor. I never had to get used to it when I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Never an addict when you just don't remember when you started. So
Yeah, forever an addict.
forever an addict.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, welcome to the
it's like,
coffee club.
Are you addicted? No, I've never known any different.
No, I don't remember
this
a
is
life
normal-
without
this
it.
is
So
normal
no.
for me.
Yeah, this is normal for me.
When you
Exactly.
do finally quit and you start seeing all the health benefits, you're like, man, I'm addicted to
I'm addicted to healthiness.
healthiness. I'm not
Yeah.
drinking. I feel great.
Yeah, well, welcome to the coffee club. I know so many people that have like started full-time work and stuff like after uni. And I'm like, do you drink coffee? And they're like, nah. And then they go, and then like give it like a month or two. You're a perfect example.
That's
and then
it.
now you're a coffee drinker.
I've basically started full-time work this year.
I think a lot of it's the culture because a lot of people like when I started working like sort of full-time, like there was a
Yeah.
break for coffee. They were like, oh, you're going to
Yeah.
go and get a coffee? And you're like, okay, you're not going to sit there and not have a coffee.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'll just get a coffee. And then eventually you're like, okay, now I can't go without it.
I think a big part of it is like, you just like that routine that
Yeah.
doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Like you wake up, you're kind of working within your own house to get ready. So you're putting on clothes, you're making breakfast or whatever. And then you have that option of doing something for yourself in
Coffee break.
that morning. And you're
Coffee
like,
time.
I'm gonna have my
I'm
coffee
going to have a coffee.
because that's for me.
Delicious.
Not for work.
That's
or,
for me.
it's not for the big man.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's for me.
It's not for the big corporate. It's
He
for
can-
myself.
He can take my money, but not my coffee.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
So I think it's because that's what I'll do when I'm busy or rushing around.
You remember
I feel like
that?
I haven't done anything for myself in the morning.
Have a
I'll
coffee.
stop for my coffee
Stop
and
for a coffee.
it'll lighten my mood. Definitely.
It does. It does lighten your mood. But remember that really nice coffee place we went to in Japan? It was real fancy.
Yeah.
That was nice. Did you have a
Yeah.
coffee there?
That was at that time I wasn't a big fan of coffee. You guys were.
Yeah. Loved it.
You and our other friends.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, and I was like, this can't taste burnt.
Yeah.
And I remember I said that. And then I think our friend got very upset at us.
I don't really remember if it was burnt or not. But I just, when I was at uni and stuff, I would buy a coffee and I just liked the, like walking around with a coffee cup. It felt so sophisticated.
You look so cool.
I look like, trendy, a bit, on the
Yeah.
game when
That
I'm walking
man-
around with a large cappuccino.
that man's
in my hand.
mature.
Oh, that man's working for the money. You know what I mean? That's just a feeling I get when I
Yeah,
walk around.
yeah,
Like
I know what
imagine
you mean.
walking into your lecture and you've just got one of these big boys in your hand. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he got up early to go get that coffee. He's not in a rush because he stopped and got that coffee before he came here.
Do you judge a man by the size of his coffee?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I almost always get smalls.
Yeah, I don't know. I get large. I think it turns into money. Do you know how much the small was?
$4.
It's like $4. A large is like $5.
Oh, really?
So it's like, oh well, I may as well just.
But that's
get
a
large.
dollar I'm just not spending because I don't need more. You know what I
do.
mean?
Yeah, well, you're losing money.
Have you ever seen? I saw a sketch the other day
Yep.
that was about Subway. Oh, not Subway, like petrol station prices.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I think I saw that.
And
Yeah.
it was like, hey mate, can I grab a meat pie?
And they're like, that's $30.
They're like, that's $12. It's like, what? $12 for a meat pie?
Like you can buy another one for 13 or something like
Or
two.
yeah, you can buy another one for $12.05.
Yeah. That's
It was like,
it's so true though.
but why? But why can I get one for 12?
Yeah.
And two for $12.05?
Yeah, I've been there.
Where's? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they did that.
They're just trying to get that.
I don't know
out
why I remember this specifically, but it was Christmas Day, and obviously the servo, they just have like pallets of ice at the front because that's
Yeah.
what everyone gets.
Yeah.
People coming over, they need to get ice.
Yeah.
I was like, can I get 2 bags? And they're like, it's 3 for 10, and you're like, okay, fine, give me 3. You know what I mean? It's just like
here. Looks like we're making cocktails.
it's
boys.
like 2 for $9.50 or 3 for 10, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
fine, I'll get
Yeah,
3. You
may
know
as
what I mean?
well. Yeah.
You kind of want to be like, no, I want 2, and it's like, fine, I'll get 3. But
How you should be feeling is, haha, sucker!
Yeah.
I just ripped you off on your third bag,
yeah,
mate.
you dickhead.
Yeah,
I
but
got
they
a
wanted
third
you
bag
to do it.
for an extra 50 cents. Screw you guys.
Screw you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, because I just got you the coffee. I
Yeah.
was at the drive-through. Just want to list some things about drive-through etiquette that you can think of.
Go for it.
Say you're behind the car in front of you,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
You obviously get as close as you can to the car in front of you, so then everyone can move up, right? That's how it works.
Yeah,
Right.
like within reason.
So I
I'd
ordered.
say a meter is fine.
Yeah, I'm obviously not right
Yeah,
up
yeah,
them
yeah.
because some people have manual cars
you
that
don't
roll
want to
backwards.
be kissing them. you
But
know?
I ordered, went around the corner to go pay, and like the window was like just too far for me to like reach in front and pay, so I had to
Yeah,
wait. And the reason was because the car was waiting for the food, and the car behind that was like a good 2 meters Like they just didn't move up
Yeah.
far enough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, I've got to sit here awkwardly waiting
Yeah.
like 30 centimeters.
Yeah,
If this
move
dude
up.
just moved up. Just move up. That's
Mm.
all I needed to say, really.
One thing that this is move up's number one.
Yeah.
Number two,
What? Do you do this?
I do this.
Oh,
I'm terrible.
It's a safe space, Michael. You can say it.
If it's a busy drive-through,
Yeah.
you're sitting there for sometimes up to a minute.
Yeah.
And it's natural. You pull out your phone
Oh, yeah.
and you
okay.
just sit. You're looking.
just
You're
have a look
looking
at
at your
your phone?
screen.
Yeah.
You know, check some messages.
And then you don't see
swipe
the-
through Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't see the car in front of you move up.
Oh,
And I've had a little toot.
Ooh.
Sometimes people will
that's
like
embarrassing.
beat me a little,
Because you can't.
but usually even like you do notice, but you're a bit slow to react.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh shit, got to throw in the clutch, you know, put it in first, take off the handbrake because I'm sitting there in a manual car,
Mm.
and you don't move up as quick as you should.
Yeah.
And I always feel really bad for the person behind me.
Because you can't. It's not like you're at a red light and then like you get tooted, but then you drive and then you sort of disappear because you guys go different
No,
ways.
you're there.
You're sitting in the line for another
And you
minute
gotta
or
be
two, so you're still behind the car that
You
tooted
got to be really careful.
and
not
you can
to
look in the rearview mirror and see
Yeah.
that disappointment in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, another person I've annoyed today.
While you're waiting for your coffee to make yourself happy, drive-through etiquette. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember this. I'll share another embarrassing.
Yeah.
One of my embarrassing drive-through stories.
Okay.
This happened a while ago.
Well, you got the coffee and you're like, oh,
Spilt
wait,
it. No.
I don't have a place to put it yet because my cup holders are full.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the roof outside the window. And you drove home and it was still there.
Whoa, look at this. I swear that was an ad for a car once, so they put the thing on the thing. Anyways, no, what happened was very dumb, right? But,
Okay.
you know, very
I mean, standard coming from you, mate.
coming from a dumb story. We were at we're at my cricket presentation, right? So all of my mates are there, you know, having a good time. It was like a Sunday night, so it was finished.
Yep.
Mate was driving home and we were like, oh, yeah, we'll go through Macca's drive-through. Now, before we left, because there was like, you know, sausages and bread, they had bags of bread rolls. And they're like, does anyone want to
Yeah.
take this home? And my mate's like, yeah, we'll take it home. So I got this big bag of bread rolls. So we thought, what's more funny than a bag of bread rolls? It's a car full of bread rolls. So we started like putting them in like pockets in my mate's car and stuff. We thought it was hilarious. So then we went to the drive-thru and we're driving around and we were waiting for our food. And there's like this like random metal pole there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oi, watch this. Wind down the window. And I like, my mate's like, no, don't do it. Because he knew what I was going to do. He's like, no. And I like quickly reached out and I just placed like this one bread roll on top of this pole. And then we drove off. And then I placed it and then we had to stop to get our food. And then the manager like gave us, he's like, oh, here you go. Have a nice day. And he sort of saw my hand go like this, like retract. And he went, and he sort of like looked downwards to see what I did. And I was like, go. So then we drove away. Hilarious. And then I get a message from a mate of ours, Grace. And she's like, hey, because I put up a story, I think, of like me in the car with all these bread rolls. And she's like, wait a second, were you in the Macca's drive-thru last night? And I was like, oh, yeah, because I thought I was going to get in trouble or something. But she's like, oh, yeah, I was the car behind you. We saw you put the bread roll on the pole. And I was like, classic. It was a good time. But yeah, again, very silly. That's definitely not in the drive-thru etiquette.
No.
That's a dumb thing to do.
Don't scatter bread rolls.
It's kind of bread rolls. Very, very rude thing to do. Very rude thing to do.
Another thing I said was have your wallet ready.
Yeah.
Or have
money ready.
have your money ready.
Yeah.
Or if you're paying on phone or cash, have it ready.
Well, when you're on your phone...
No drive-through person wants to be waiting for you to count coins.
Oh, that's...
You know what I mean?
No one wants shrapnel. No way.
No.
But if you're on your phone in the drive-thru, that still technically counts as being on your phone while driving. Can't you still get charged?
Yeah, I think you can still get charged.
Pretty sure you still get like...
You got to be careful.
Technically pulled over.
Yeah.
But if there's a cop car behind you or something, seeing you just jump on your phone, you could get in trouble, mate. So just be careful of that next time, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you going to do when you're sitting there waiting? But
Imagine
still.
while the cop is booking you, you still have to keep moving up through the drive-through.
You hear, woo, and you're like, I can't stop here.
And then as
Pull over to the waiting bay, mate.
as they're giving you your food through the window, he intercepts it. He's like, "I'll check this, thanks."
yeah.
Opens it up.
As he hands it out, just grabs it.
Opens it up. reaches in, takes a nugget,
Yeah.
eats it in front of you,
Yeah, he's like,
and then
"Stuff ya."
doesn't even book you. He says,
Yeah.
"Go on your way, mate."
Yeah. You've just been taxed. You got to pay the tax man.
Classic dad tax.
Yeah,
when he
dad
buys
tax.
you, when he buys you
Where he-
fast food.
Where he like puts the hand out at the back of the car, like he's like, "Go on,
Thanks,
give me-
boys."
Give me a chip. Give me a chip."
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh, okay. I was going to move on to a different topic. But I can't read them from here, so you're going to
I
have
can
to
read
come
a
up with one.
couple.
Yeah. Come on.
Starting to really feel like an adult. I want to talk about this one. Double dates, triple dates. How many couples is too many? That's pretty funny. I like that one.
So
Yeah.
I'm talking, when I think of a double date,
Yeah.
I think of,
Four people.
I've been on a double date.
Same.
It was out like my couple, my
my couple of
girlfriend,
people.
my girlfriend and I,
You have a
and
girlfriend?
another couple,
Yep.
sitting opposite each other, like
Very
having
nice.
having a chat over dinner.
Yeah.
Like it was very quite intimate. Like it
Mm.
was just us.
Yep.
We weren't like up and dancing or walking around really.
Yeah.
We're just. It was very like
What
we
if
were there
you-
for each other.
What if
kind of
there's like
thing.
an activity involved?
Well, that's the thing. I think it feels a bit less like a double date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though
Yeah.
date pretty much means everything.
Date can be anything.
How
It's
many?
A wide variety. What?
Yeah. Well, wait, I'll bring it up in a sec.
What?
I
Your
say,
face is like
how many-
lit up.
How many hands is too many
Yeah.
for a wine and puzzle night? Hey.
I don't know. Four hands.
Do you think
Well,
it's
it's
too
a
many?
couple. Wait, what?
No,
What do you
but
mean?
could you double date or triple date a wine and
Oh.
puzzle night?
Yes, you could if you wanted to.
I think,
Look, I did a wine and puzzle night, and it was
yeah.
all right. But look, I'm not gonna lie, puzzles get kind of boring a little bit.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
You're mainly
little
there
bit.
for the conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And I guess if you're with another couple, it makes it a bit more fun. But
yeah.
it's like,
well, I've never done it with another couple.
well, that's what I mean. You
Only one couple. I was the third guy.
Oh, cool.
I mean,
That's interesting.
second guy. I mean, maybe third guy. There could be couples that are both men.
Keep digging the hole. Keep going. How are you gonna get out?
I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. Well, we did it, but then like, did you clean up the puzzle once you like? I guess you finished with the date,
Well,
or
typically
would you leave it out?
you don't unless it's finished.
Yeah.
You leave it, and
Well.
then you come back the next day for the second bottle,
Oh wow.
and
Is
you
that
keep
how it
going. You
works?
can't stop.
It's just a.
You have to
It's
share
a
a
bender
bottle. You
until
have
you
to share.
finish that puzzle.
You have to share a bottle a night until it's done.
You're like, is it finished yet? No, you have to come back tomorrow night. This is the fourth bottle. It's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen.
My girlfriend and I, we started a puzzle,
Yeah.
and it was like 1,200 pieces.
Holy
It was a
dooly.
big puzzle,
That's a lot of puzzles.
and it took probably about 2 months.
What?
Or a month and a bit.
And it was
for
just-
like
it
for
was just-
about 3 or 4, or about 4 or 5 weeks. It was sitting on my dining room table, and my family couldn't eat dinner there
You
because
dick.
we had occupied it with the puzzle.
This is what I mean. Like, I couldn't leave it out on one of our tables because I feel like my mum would be like, all right, clean it up. And it's like, no, mum.
No,
1,200 pieces.
yeah,
you
something like
guys-
that.
you
It's
need a
good.
hot
Oh, I can lend it to you if you want a wine and puzzle night.
You need it.
It's wine and puzzle week.
You need. Yeah. It's wine and puzzle nights.
Um,
You need a hobby. Yeah.
that is my hobby.
Multiple. How many dates is too many? How many
Couples
couples
is too many.
couples?
Well, I think it depends what you want the double date to be like. If you want it to be like a group of friends hanging out, I'm not sure if I would consider that
a date.
a date, like
That's
a double
just
date.
That's just a group of friends
You
hanging
know what
out.
I mean? Yeah.
That's just a group of friends hanging out.
We all know that a double date is really to compare relationships.
Yes.
And,
It's a
and
competition.
fight it out to see who's best. Who
yeah,
has
well,
who are the best communicators?
yeah, that
No
is
one
true.
knows.
You don't want to be like, oh, you didn't tell me that to your significant other while in front of another couple.
Well,
You-
you ordered salmon?
Wow.
I ordered salmon.
As well.
What's the point of both of us ordering salmon?
You didn't communicate that to me, did you?
I would have ordered something different if I
Yeah.
knew you were going to order salmon.
Yeah.
5 minutes in, there's already a fight.
Yeah. You make the other date really uncomfortable.
Whoa, guys, hold up.
Guys, chill.
And then I'm saying, guys, chill. And then my girlfriend, Lyndall, says, no. Let them hash
them-
this
let
one
them
out.
ha-
And I'm like,
Are
why-
you kidding me?
Why are you getting involved? And now we're fighting.
And then now the whole restaurant's confused and uncomfortable.
So the third couple, they come in.
They go and they just walked there because they've already come late, right? Because they didn't communicate well enough to figure out the time to get to the restaurant.
They
on
walk
time.
in and they're fighting.
And then, yeah. Well, you told me it was 6:30, and I was ready at 6:30. And then now 3 couples are fighting, and then it's just really weird.
No.
Really weird.
All right, here it is. So the first 2 couples have broken out fighting.
Yeah.
The third couple sitting there awkwardly.
Yep.
And one leans to the other and says, I'm so happy we're good communicators because we're not like these.
Yep.
And then the other member of that couple says, seriously? You think we're good communicators? Remember last week?
And then
And
you're
really-
like, I didn't think you'd
and
bring
really-
that up, you
and then-
bitch.
yeah, just brings up
Just-
an old fight.
Yeah. Just a massive fight.
Yeah.
Double, triple dates are a bad idea. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. We should
That-
definitely go on.
Okay. Yeah. Wine and puzzle weeks on end. Yes.
Yeah.
So how many couples is too many couples? I'd say
If you want it to maintain that like kind of couples hanging out with couples feel, 3. I don't know if you could do 4. That just turns into a group.
tell you how
Like
I'm
a
thinking this.
A group of people hanging out.
This is how I'm breaking it down for you.
Okay.
Right? Let's think about this. You're at a restaurant, right? So to a couple, right? Two couples. Right?
Yeah.
It's a couple of couples.
Yeah.
4 people.
Yeah.
Arrive at the restaurant. How's the sitting arrangement, right? 2-2, right?
Oh. Okay.
Now, if you have 3, it's not going to be 3-3. It's going to be 1-2, 1-2, and then 2 at the head. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then that's not really like coupley because like 2 people are going to be sitting like at a 90-degree angle from each other rather than next to each other.
Yeah.
So then it gets a bit weird. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Then the seating arrangement's all weird.
And then sometimes if the table's so long, sometimes you can't maintain a group conversation on a long table.
Correct.
It splits it almost in 2, and the people in the middle have to awkwardly kind of bounce between ends of the table with different conversations.
Their heads turning multiple times.
Yeah. They wake up with a sore neck and they're like, wow.
Wow. That
why is
triple
that?
date was really, really awful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
Oh, it was the very long table.
it was
that
a
did
very
this
long
to me.
table
Hmm.
that we did this.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's very awkward to have a conversation with someone sitting beside you.
Yeah.
It's easier to almost all sit facing towards each other.
That's why when you're on a double date, 'cause the other couple is what's the interesting
I have-
part.
I have
That's
a-
what new about it.
I have a solution.
Go ahead. A round table.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, a round table. I was thinking that
A
more.
big,
I'm
a
like,
big round table.
why doesn't
14
more
couples,
restaurants,
one big round table.
more restaurants need to include round tables? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever be like,
They're not space sufficient
Yeah.
at all.
they don't tessellate? Did you know that? That's a big word, isn't it?
Tessellate.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into star signs.
Yeah, I'm a tessellate. What are you? Well, some Chinese restaurants have the round table, and they also have the thing in the middle that rotates with the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little, what are they called? Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan. But we've all been like at a restaurant where there's lots of people. Say it's like 10,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like it's all right, but like you said, it's difficult to have a big conversation where everyone's sort of
Yeah, you can't really.
like you're sort of going, "Hey, oi, mate, oi, how are
Yeah.
you?" Down there, Jimmy, all the way on the end of the table.
Sound can't travel that far in a
Exactly
restaurant.
right. Well,
Restaurants are loud too.
we went out a while ago.
Yep.
I mentioned this before. We went out a while ago, and there was like the majority of it was couples. And how many couples were there? Like 5, 4,
4?
4.
4 couples and
4
then a
couples.
few others.
3. What's wrong with the others? Huh? Is there something wrong with the others?
Oh, just
Losers.
look, people like them.
Couples in the scum. The other ones.
They're standing back while we're all fighting.
Yeah, but that wasn't really like a date. That was like
Yeah.
you said, we went out like dancing.
Yeah, we just went out as a group.
We went out for a boogie,
Yeah.
as
yeah,
some people
I know
would call it.
I know what you mean.
A boogie. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
My nose was running all night.
Did you catch it?
The boogies.
We both had some. Or, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was a bad joke.
That's right.
Anyways, we got like 10 minutes left. Did you want to talk about our haircut polls, and then we got to talk about, and then we have some gossip, or do you want to talk about something else beforehand?
I had a thought,
Oh, okay.
but then I forgot about it.
Oh no,
Oh, seating arrangements. So on the one double date I've ever been on,
you've only been on one.
we sat for like a table of 4, 2
Yeah.
on one side, 2 on the other, but one couple on one side, the other couple on the other side.
Yeah,
So it was like your kind of like our couple was talking to their couple,
yeah,
but often it just broke into 2 conversations between me and Ollie, the other guy,
yeah,
and then a conversation between Lyndall and Maddie,
Yeah.
the other girl, like the,
Yeah.
the other girl.
yeah.
So, like, it just turned into 2 separate conversations between like the guys and the girls.
So you're saying that date was awful? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was great.
Oh, okay.
No, great conversation too.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. No, but it was good. It was. I think that's the way to do it. I think it would have been weird to be sitting opposite Lyndall, even if she was like across the table, because it's kind of like they're our guests, and like we're their guests, kind of thing. Like you're there to kind of entertain the other side, and you're entertaining each other. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
No,
but,
that's definitely how it works.
But does that make sense?
That's definitely how it
But
works.
what do you do if you add a third couple into the mix?
God, that's where it gets hard.
What do you do?
I don't know.
I think you alternate.
Rotate.
Okay? So imagine
it's been 5 minutes.
Imagine, rectangle table.
Rotate.
Three on one side, three on the other.
Yeah.
We go.
That's even harder though, because then a couple isn't sitting next to each other; they're sitting like opposite. You know what I mean? So like, say you got 3 couples.
Yeah.
So 6 in total. 2 of them sit next to each other.
Yeah.
And then opposite would be another couple, and then down the end would be another couple, but then they'd sit opposite each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do we need to take the ability to play footsies with your significant other into account?
I think so. Yeah.
Is a footsies a must?
Or is it all girls and then all boys on one side?
Nah.
Or is that weird?
I think. I don't know.
That would be a bit strange.
Man.
I think the rotate's a good idea.
This is
I
tough.
think every 5 minutes, just everyone just shuffles down.
If it's a round table,
yeah.
you just.
Well, that doesn't really matter. Does it? Instead of a lazy Susan,
you all move one seat to the left.
Instead of a lazy Susan,
oh wow, this looks familiar.
Instead of a lazy Susan that rotates the food, it's one that rotates the people.
Here's an idea.
Just rotates it.
A restaurant, right? Kind of like a sushi train, but just for your table. Okay, so it's a rotating table. And
that makes me feel so sick.
The meals are fixed. They stay on the table.
Oh, hang on.
It's coming round.
Yeah.
You got to quickly cut off some steak. You know,
you ate too much of my steak.
Get a bit of mash on, bit of salad, whatever. One bite, boom, the plate's gone. It's moved on.
Let's move on.
We need to, and then the next one comes salmon. Ooh, lucky you
Please,
ordered
please.
the salmon.
I ordered salmon, but Michael, the dickhead, took a huge chunk out of it when he just
Who had a big bite of the steak?
Who ate too much of their portion? You fucking.
You got to be quick though. Drinks too.
Yeah.
You got to quickly lean forward.
Yeah.
And get the straw because it's fixed to the table. You can't pick that up, and you got to follow it along.
Delicious. Or you just get a really long straw. They can just sort of like grab whatever drink you want. You know what I mean? You ever thought about that?
But as it gets closer to you,
the
long straw has to retract.
You got to retract it.
You got to retract it. Or if it's bendy, it has to like bend upwards.
Yeah.
And so it does a real big loop. And anyway.
Yeah, it'd be easy like that. Yeah.
I feel like we're doing a lot of visual signals to each other. It might not be working that well, but oh well.
Look, you guys will understand. You get what I'm sure anyone will understand what we're saying when triple dates only just work. But I think quadruple dates is maybe a bit too many.
Too much.
Yeah. Especially when you just don't like, maybe there's a couple you're leaving out and you're like, oh no, do we have to invite these people? Because if we invite these people, then we have to invite these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what happens quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we do,
get upset.
Shall we finally reveal the Subway rankings?
Oh, do you have them?
We have them.
Oh, can I see them?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to read them out or whatever?
So you can look at it on your phone. It's in the chat.
Oh, beauty.
It's in. Oh no. It's in my chat. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll see if I can forward it to you. Give me 1 second. But yeah. So if you're somehow new and you don't know, the last few months, Sean and I started a Subway review segment, and we reviewed a bunch of listeners' Subways, and it's been great fun. And you've all sent some stuff in.
Is ours on there? Like our ranking?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, ours is at the bottom.
Nice.
Tell you what, we didn't score very high.
I'm all the way on the bottom. Who scores this?
So on average, I think Lyndall combined all of our reviews in our posts and averaged them out.
Okay. So that's not -5. That's just 5.
Yeah, no, just 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go through them. These are in not order.
No, they're not.
Not review order or even first to last place.
Yeah.
But these are just, in case you forgot, this is it. And we also have a first and last. Yeah, which is interesting.
This is cool.
Okay, so we got Progress Not Perfection Podcast, 4 out of 10. Lord Daniel Ferraro, 4 out of 10. Curtis Somerville,
Yeah.
6 out of 10. Lachlan Stewart PT, 6 out of 10. Charlie Bravo, 5 out of 10. William Edgar, 7 out of 10. I think he's our winner.
Shh.
Jade Kessie, 4 out of 10. Clinton Murphy, 5. Cole 4, Bridget Warno 1. Sean's sister got 1.
Yep.
Lyndall Jones, the one and only, 6 out of 10.
That's too high.
Lachlan Davis, 6. Stephanie Sargent, 6.5. The only 0.5 we put out there.
Yeah.
Michael O'Brien, that's me. 6.
That's me.
3 out of 10. And Sean Warno, 5 out of 10.
I'll take a 5.
They were our averaged out scores from
I'll
the
take
comments.
a 5. So the lowest score is Bridget. Good job, Bridget. You got the worst score. I don't know how that happened.
You get.
And congratulations to Will.
Yeah, William
Well
Edgar,
done.
7 out of 10.
You got it. You got the highest score.
Well done,
The
guys.
best sandwich. The best sandwich.
We're so happy.
We are.
That was a fun segment. We
That
did a
was.
fair few, hey.
Yeah.
It's probably
1,
like
2,
20
3,
weeks.
4, 5, 6.
So yeah, we're very, very happy about
15
that.
weeks.
We've got
of
some
that.
other gossip, don't we?
Well, do you want to do the quick hair thing?
Oh yeah, bring that up. Yeah.
Pull that shit up. All right. So you
Yeah.
had 4 choices. So on our Instagram,
Yep.
if you hadn't seen, we both put up 4 photos of just haircuts we've had in the past. Michael had just like your regular, I guess, clean, which was like short on the sides and then like
Yeah,
your long
that
fringe.
was kind of just after a haircut.
Yep.
Yep.
Your curly boy now, which is just super long hair that you got. Well, not super long, but
super long.
like curly hair.
It's like medium length, but it goes curly and puffy.
And then you had Buzz Boy, which is just when you had a shaved head.
Yep.
And then you had bleach blonde when you
When I
bleached your
bleach
hair
blonde
blonde.
my hair. Yep.
And I was mentioned before that this was all during, like, I swear, like a year. You had that, and then you bleached it, and then you buzzed it, and then now you have curly, right?
All that would have been in the span of a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of
Yeah.
a quarter life crisis. That's all right. So the one with the
Hey, I'm
most
I'm
votes
keeping it fun and fresh.
was bleach blonde. Got
So
the most votes.
People liked the bleach blonde.
People liked the
Does
bleach
it say
blonde.
how many?
15.
15.
15.
And what are those other numbers? What do we got for Buzzboy?
No, the second highest was curly boy.
Okay, that's
So
what
that's the
I'm
one you've got now.
currently rocking. Yep.
13.
Yep.
Buzz Boy got 10,
Okay.
and the least voted one was Clean Boy, number 8. The one that you've probably had the longest. for
Wow.
The clean cut
So
one.
all I'm hearing is people want change.
People want bleach blonde, apparently.
Yeah.
You didn't look bad with
Maybe
bleach
I
blonde.
should combine them. Bleach
What?
blonde and curly.
Oh, that would look disgusting.
Oh,
Don't do
that's
that.
mammy noodle hair, isn't it?
That is mummy noodle hair.
And
then
we put up some for you. So you've had a fair few hairstyles over the years.
I've had, so the 4 options were Suave Boy,
Suave boy.
which was
you
an
describe
interesting one.
that?
I was confused when Lyndall put that up because I was like, Suave. But that's just pretty much what I got now, which is just like short on the sides and then just a little fringe that gets like, I guess, suaved. I guess that's what she meant.
Yeah.
Real.
Real long neck.
The second one was Spiky Boy, but that was just like my buzz cut sort of thing.
Yeah.
C was Frat Boy, which is where I had the part in the middle.
Yeah.
I had that for Japan.
middle
and stuff. Middle part.
Yep.
And then D was just Long Boy when I had super long, when I used to tie it up.
Yeah.
So the one with the most votes was Frat Boy, actually.
okay.
17.
I thought you looked good with the middle part.
It wasn't bad. I didn't
I
mind
think
it.
if you're gonna do it again,
Mm.
grow your hair out a bit longer.
Yeah.
You had your hair quite short when you had the middle part.
I didn't mind it. The only reason I stopped doing it was because it was just really annoying to have because my hair doesn't normally sit like that.
Yeah.
So it was I had to soak my hair like with water.
Yeah.
I'd part it with like a comb and then I'd like leave a hat on for like a day,
Oh,
just like
wow.
really tight.
yeah.
So like
okay.
it would sit like that and just make
Yeah.
sure it did. But I might bring it back actually. You know, the fans want it. The fans want it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm doing that already.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bleach my hair though.
Why not? It was cool. Well, Suave.
Hey, you should really bleach your hair.
You should really bleach your
Isn't
hair.
that a good idea?
Yeah,
No.
you totally should.
No, I will
Suave
never again.
Was the second highest.
Okay.
Then it was with 13, and then Long was with 8, and then Spiky Boy with my buzz cut was the lowest. That had like 7.
I think you suit a buzz cut, so I found that's quite.
I think that
surprising.
photo wasn't the best photo.
Maybe it wasn't a good photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have many photos when I had that. So
Mm.
yeah, we've heard your feedback, and now Michael's going to be bleaching his hair, and I'll be rocking a middle part soon
For charity.
Cool. For charity.
When's World's Greatest Shave this year? Because we thought about doing it last year.
You missed it, bro. We were thinking about doing it this year. It's in March.
Is it in March?
Yeah.
Maybe
and
I'll keep growing my hair till March next year,
Really?
and then shave it for charity.
Really?
Maybe.
For a whole year? Please
I can't right now. You're putting how I look above charity, Sean.
don't. How about, well, when you go to the snow this season, if you have that hair, like your helmet won't fit in your head.
I won't need a helmet.
Yeah, true.
What's the point when I have my hair to protect
when
me?
you're that stupid.
It's so boingy.
Boing.
So springy.
You'll bounce off the
I'll
mountain
get my afro.
if you fall.
Yeah.
So that was everybody's feedback. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, we got a bit of
Thanks for Lyndall for making this.
Yeah, thank you so much for Lyndall for doing all that research as well.
That was kind of cool.
She had to go through all the previous episodes, find the sections where we talked about Subway,
and find the score.
and record the scores. And
If anyone
and whose
put
they
up
were.
theirs and we reviewed it and we didn't include it in that list, let us know. But I'm pretty sure we got them all. But if we missed yours, it probably wasn't memorable enough, and you'd be on the bottom anyway.
And
so
we can assure you that if you let us know, we probably won't do anything about it.
Correct. So gossip from Catherine this week.
Yeah. So, I think...
Have you read it? You read it. Well, I think I read it as well.
Yeah, I did read it. So, just in case you didn't know, Catherine is our One American listener. We haven't said this for a few weeks, so I felt like we've had to I feel like I have to, redo this whole spiel. She's our One American listener. We met her a few years ago in Australia when she was on a trip.
Yeah.
And we've just kept in touch ever since, and she's our gossip queen.
She has a very interesting workplace.
Yeah.
It seems like every week something interesting is happening.
Something bad's happening. There's been blowjobs in the freezer. There's been inappropriate talk, drug deals.
There's been drug deals.
Cheating.
There's been inappropriate names on front boards. There's been copycat businesses that have snaked her business.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
It sounds like a sitcom.
It does. It honestly does.
Centered around an ice cream shop.
Yeah. All right. So this one, she says, coming in a little crude again with this gossip.
Yeah.
So anyone below the age of 18,
12.
Please click away. So my boss always eats pomegranate seeds. Like a couple times a week, he'll eat a pomegranate itself or just the seeds. It's very weird, very random, but we never questioned it. However, we recently found out that he eats them because he thinks they make him stay harder for longer and build up his sexual stamina. I put that in quotes because that's literally what he said. I have not done any research into this, and for the sake of me having to work with him, I don't want to.
Well,
I can't say that helps. I have no idea. I haven't done research either.
I can't imagine.
How old's this guy?
I can't imagine anyone. Unless maybe, I don't know. Maybe it would be more funny than weird if he was a bit younger. But I'm picturing, because it's a pizza place too, I'm picturing some greasy old Italian man.
I'm imagining someone in their
who
30s.
thinks he's a bit of a god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bit cool.
Yeah, slick back hair, bit greasy. And
curly hair.
I'm just thinking, this is just lucky they don't have a HR department.
See, even if that was his mindset, if that was it's either a bad joke or he actually thinks that, don't tell anyone about it. We don't need to hear
just
about
say you like
why you... How hard is it to just be like, oh, I just like the taste of them? Fair enough. That's all we need to know. Some people... see, now it's weak. I know some people who just... Next time someone's going to be eating a pomegranate, I'm going to be like, oh, cool.
Maybe
now
you should let them know. Hey, they make you harder for longer.
Did you know that? And they go, yeah, that's why I eat them. And I'm like, great.
Yeah, I have an erection right now.
Oh, cool. Just letting you know, but nice.
Yeah, nice. Hey, nice cock.
Dude, nice erection. Been there for a while.
Just so unprofessional.
Super.
You couldn't get away with this stuff in a real business
type stuff. This is what I mean.
We love it. We love it. We eat it up.
How old is this person?
Great.
That's what we need to know. Within appearance.
I might do a bit of research.
Is it the same guy?
For science.
For science reasons.
I'll do a bit of research for science. See if there's anything.
If there's
anything backing up this, if there's anything true about it.
You just turn up next week and you're eating pomegranate seeds.
Hey, mate,
I just like the taste.
Do you want a pomegranate seed?
Nah, bro, I'm good.
We're renaming our podcast The Pomegranate Seeds.
The young pomegranate seeds. That doesn't work at all. I'll tell you what I was doing the other day, actually.
What?
You know you can search in Facebook Messenger, words? I looked up podcasts in ours. And I scrolled up to where I think I took a screenshot of where I was like, "Hey, we should do a podcast."
Yeah, right. Do you have the date?
I do. 17th of April,
wow,
2020. I said, "Yes, sir. Let's start
March.
a podcast.
Wow.
I'm confident in our conversational skills." You said, "I've wanted to do one for a while. Who's on it? Just you and me?" And you were like, "Gonna have a theme." I'm like, "Just you and me chatting shit 1-on-1, just about relevant stuff going on in the world." And then
that is not what we do.
And then this was a little bit further on when we're talking about what to call it. And you said, I'm thinking the Young Crumbs podcast. And I said, the Young Crumbs podcast, not bad, actually. And he said, you like it? Yeah.
We threw a few ideas back
Yeah.
and forth, and that's what we settled on.
Because we wanted to do either Young, Dumb, and Broke or Breadcrumbs, I think. So we just combined them both.
No. Oh, yeah. I don't think...
Crumbs.
I don't know if we settled on Breadcrumbs. We originally wanted to do the Hot Take, but it was taken.
Yeah, I was sort of taken by someone else.
Yeah.
I liked Hot Take, but that's big gone now.
It could have been fun. I like the Young Crumbs though.
It does.
It's kind of like
it
feels like a character.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
The
that's
Young
fun.
Crumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unique. No one else is called Young Crumbs. That's
Unique.
for goddamn sure. Yeah.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Oh no, I was.
What?
What was I going to say?
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I forget now. Never mind.
About the start of the podcast or something? Or about the name or
No,
something like that?
can't
or-
remember.
Can't remember?
That's all right.
All good?
Thank you for listening to the Young Crumbs podcast. My name is Michael.
My name's Mitron.
You can find us on Instagram at the Young Crumbs podcast. No underscores, no spaces, no dots. You can follow my Instagram at MOB_Y_Dick. That's Moby Dick. Sean, your Instagram is
At Sean_Wool99.
Thank you very much for listening this week. Write us in anything you find interesting that you want us to comment on or talk about.
Yep.
Maybe we can get some listener ideas in.
Tony and Lisa, if you're listening, tell
Yes.
us about how awful we were as kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much
About
it
sports.
sucked running us around to sports.
Yep.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
But
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
Yep.
it.
Bye.
Bye.